They're all of one faith, but there's nothing spiritual about what's going on beyond the silence of prayer and thought. Leaders of the Orthodox churches here are split. They're either pro-Russian or they want independence and a break from being answerable to the Orthodox Patriarchy in Moscow.
We, as a church, we try to be independent from Moscow, not because we don't like Russia or something else, but we see how Russian Empire, through centuries, use Orthodox Church in our land as a tool of imperial policy.
In this sacred place to the faithful, the Archbishop's words sound political. That's because they are. There's a potent mix in Ukraine of religion and power politics. You only have to look around the corner here to see the sort of messaging that's going on. Violence and death. More than 100 protesters were killed in the Maidan uprising of 2014 that led to the fall of pro-Russian President Viktor Yanukovych. Then came Russia's annexation of Crimea and the conflict with pro-Russian separatists in eastern Ukraine, now in its 5th year. Ukraine's President Petro Poroshenko stands accused by Russia of pushing for Orthodox Church independence from Moscow to boost his chances of winning another term in elections next year. In Moscow, the Patriarchate sees itself as the mother church, and it says independence for Ukraine will be a catastrophe.
It's an artificial establishment, and every time politicians meddle in church affairs, it leads to pain, suffering, and often bloodshed, because religious conflicts supported by politicians are the most violent and tragic. We know that from history and from what is happening in the Middle East.
Here in Ukraine, not all Orthodox Church members are in agreement with what's happening.
It doesn't matter whether it's a Russian or Ukrainian church. It's hard to see how believers start conflicts such as this one over who the church should report to.
As a state, Ukraine needs faith as a pillar to hold on to so that we understand who we can be in the future.
What of the future? Ukraine's president is declaring a victory, while Russia warns of religious conflict. Andrew Simmons, Al Jazeera, Kiev.